Well, the European Union is a very important external strategic actor in the Indo-Pacific. If you look at its member states collectively, they represent the largest source of foreign direct investment. Europe is the second largest trading partner for Southeast Asia, and of course also the source of the largest overseas development assistance into the region at large. So that makes Europe quite an important player here. On top of which, the Indo-Pacific acquires much greater importance for Europe because of the fact that the global balance of power has shifted eastwards over the last several decades, and the fact that it is the theater really for China's meteoric rise as a global superpower. There are so many tensions playing out here which involve European interests. So it's only normal that Europe look to step up its presence here. I think 4 years of the US Trump administration forced a reassessment of the value of middle power diplomacy. That is to say, of the importance of investing in independent relations with major Indo-Pacific players outside of our traditional US alliance framework. And that development holds probably in equal measure to Australia as well as to Europe. On top of which, Australia has become, unfortunately, the victim of quite a concerted push by China to apply sanctions as a result of Australia's call for an independent investigation into the origins and handling of the COVID-19 pandemic. Now, what that means is that Australia needs allies and partners if it hopes to improve global pandemic responses, to reform the World Health Organization, and more generally to revitalize and strengthen the international rules-based order. That is where Europe offers the greatest value and acquires much greater importance for Canberra. The most significant driver and disruptor of geopolitics in the Indo-Pacific is the underlying balance of power, and that will continue to be a source of instability well into the coming decade. It's the result not only of the arrival of China as an increasingly assertive superpower, but a reflection as well of the increasing importance of a range of other players. India in South Asia, middle powers like Vietnam and Indonesia in Southeast Asia. All these players are asserting themselves regionally. All these players have interests that occasionally will clash. But beyond 2030, I think we can expect a greater degree of stability within the regional balance of power. This will not be a century defined by US exceptionalism, but neither does it need to be a century defined by Chinese unipolarity. I think far more likely is that the future of the Indo-Pacific will be a multipolar one. Now, that presents its own set of challenges, but it also creates an opportunity to work on a more inclusive way forward.